Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes blind playthrough. And this is episode 1 and let's get into it. So we'll play alone. And new story. What? What's this? Forgiving, challenging, lethal. Survival is expected. Your skills will be tested. Death is inevitable. Well, I guess we'll go for challenging. That seems to be the standard setting. So, alright. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. Hosea 8:7. Every choice has a consequence. Some decisions save lives. Others lead to death. Very ominous. And the death lingered. Choose wisely. All right. Akkad, 2231 BC.
No! I don't want to die!
Silence! Your words are meaningless here. Your blood will pay the debt our king demands. Your sacrifice will lift his curse from our land.
General Barato, forgive me, my lord. The king demands your urgent presence.
The gods smile on you. For now.
saved by
This one back
saved
to
by
his cell.
the king.
I'll deal with him later.
You're in luck, Gutian.
Luck? No. No luck for these dogs.
General, we should leave this place. The king, his madness threatens to swallow us all. This temple is cursed.
I'd rather die in this cursed house than perish to the plague and famine out there. We have our orders, Captain.
Impressive temple.
The moon god sent you to destroy my kingdom. I know it, girl. I see everything. Look around you. Is this hall not famous enough for my mistakes? Do the gods not bask in its glory? The Gutians are coming, General. The moon god sends an army to destroy us.
I shall muster our forces immediately.
Good. And what news from below?
There are hundreds of prisoners, my king. Their sacrifice will take time.
Time is no longer in our hands. No matter. The blood of this army will nourish the sands. The sacrifice will be fulfilled. Starting with this one. Tell me, General, does she remind you of anyone?
My king?
Do you not see a hint of your own daughter in her? What age would she have been now?
18.
18. What a tragedy this plague has been. Kill her.
I don't think it really matters. So let's say nothing.
Would you prefer I used your blood instead? You have your orders. Kill her.
Okay, easy on the sacrifices, dude. Yeah, the trick is always, with a moving target, always aim a little bit in front of them. Because your spear has to travel the distance. So if you aim directly at them, you will miss, because the spear will go in where they were, except for where they are. And that is also something I talked about in my Metro Last Light walkthrough. There is a level in that game where you ride in a rail cart and you have to fire at soldiers on another track, moving parallel to yours. And the trick to being able to shoot down the soldiers is that you have to aim a little bit in front of them, which I think is a really neat detail in that game, because it gives you the feeling of the bullet actually having to travel the distance from your rifle to their skulls or bodies. This seems to be a bit more cinematic than two previous installments in this series, because we are about 7 minutes in, and I have played very little thus far. But I've been really looking forward to this one, because in the thumbnail you may have noticed on the picture of a character in this game, you see in the background a statue looking like Pazuzu from the movie The Exorcist, which is an old horror movie. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend you watch it. It's with Max von Sydow and Linda Blair. And great movie about a young girl getting possessed. Either, it's not really clear. I can't remember. I've read the book that it's based on. She is not possessed by Satan. The demon wants you to think that, but I think in the book it is actually Pazuzu that possesses her, and it's implied in the movie as well. Great film. So I highly recommend you check it out. And even though it is from, I want to say late 70s, I'm not gonna say an exact year because I can't remember. It has aged really, really well. And the makeup team really put their life and soul into to her face, because you never see the demon itself. You just see how it affects Reagan, as the girl is called in the movie. And it does take quite a toll on her.
Gods give me strength.
And it's gonna be interesting to see, because I'm gonna take a punt right now and say that I think there will be a big plot twist in this game. I'm not really sure what the story is. But since this is a blind playthrough, as always, I have looked up nothing beforehand. And but in both previous installments in the series, both Man of Medan and Little Hope, there was a plot twist. In Man of Medan, we found out that all the demons and ghosts and skeletons and all the stuff that was haunting the ship was actually a hallucinogenic bioweapon. So there were no monsters. So it was it was toxic chemicals. And in Little Hope, we found out that all the people we played as were just figments
We've been cursed.
of the bus driver's imagination.
We thought you were the
So none of them actually existed. Which I think that's the funny thing.
Like the poor. He builds this temple to call for forgiveness. But the gods don't listen.
And now he too is silent.
Because Little Hope, that was my first thought.
He demanded blood sacrifice. His demand was answered.
Because if you have watched through that,
It's your temple.
you know that my first thought when...
Think I should trust you?
Hold on.
You have no choice.
Well, do you have any better ideas? Yes, what I was saying about Little Hope, my first thought after the bus crash was that could these people be just part of his imagination? That there is only the bus driver. And turned out in the end that I was right. So it's gonna be interesting to see if I come up with any theories about this game. I am expecting a plot twist at some point,
Follow me. There is
Or-
a way out through the tomb.
probably towards the end.
Yes. For the builders when they're done.
And I don't know if this takes place in, was it 2231 BC? I don't think so, because on the title image, the one I used for the thumbnail, the person seems to be in present day, because it looks like a woman and she has what looks like a shirt on. See if I can do this time. I struggle a lot with this in Little Hope. I don't know why I had such a problem following the rhythm. I think it is because it's not a completely natural rhythm. There is...
Old as death.
I would like to press them a little bit faster. I guess if I were... Not a fan of insects. Okay. Find a secret exit and search the catacombs. And I'm guessing this is just like in the previous two games. This just to set up some kind of background story. Premonition unlocked. I didn't... Arisen. View premonition. I think this is just to tell you like some background story for the main events that will take place later on.
Here. Help me with this.
So I feel I can be probably a little bit sloppy with my decisions here in the beginning, because it will most likely not affect what goes on later. But that is also not really my style. I always do my
You
best.
first.
We're safe down here.
You first.
It was not a suggestion, it was an order.
What is this that adorns you?
the history of Gutian. You Akkadians fought hard to destroy our people. But mark my words, our story has just begun. How do we get out of here alive?
We help each other.
The enemy of my enemy.
Is a friend.
Not necessarily.
There is always hope.
But I think it is the wise choice to do.
What was that?
Whoops. That was uncooperative controls.
We're not alone down here.
Ah, there we have it. That's the statue I was talking about. My friends, viewers, say hello. Trying to get a somewhat decent angle. Say hello to Pazuzu. And this is him here as well.
Over here.
I would not go through that door because I have watched The Exorcist a bunch of times. So I would not walk my ass the other way, I would run it. Yeah, they're boned.
Run.
Oh. Whew. How close a call was that? I didn't realize you had to mash the button at first.
I know.
Akkadian!
There's no escape. Our only hope is to stand together.
No! If we both run,
Then we both die. Ready your sword.
Fuck it, let's fight. Don't think it will matter in the end. The sword and the shield. Well, that's nice. Always enjoy getting trophies. Ooh. Well, it's not going too well for these fellas, but I guess we didn't expect things to do so either. All right. An ancient curse in ancient times.
Won't you spare me over till another year? Well, what is this?
And once again, our old friend, the curator. Which I have mixed feelings for, because he has been helpful throughout both Man of Medan and Little Hope, but sometimes I wish he could be a little bit less cryptic when he speaks. I like this song. Is that the little winked little hope? Wow. That does not look good. Well, I am gonna end this episode right here, and we'll talk to our good friend the curator in the next one. So I want to welcome you to this blind playthrough. I hope you will enjoy it, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.